Hi, I'm Roland. Welcome back to Practical Plastic. So today we have something really cool on the table. Going to take a look at this old AMT kit of an American LaFrance pumper truck. So lots of parts in this kit. What does it say on the box here? I believe it's over 300 parts. So it is not a casual build, so to speak. But this is really neat. Bit of a time capsule. We'll see that later going through the parts, but promises to be a really nice build when it's all done. So that being said, we're going to take a look. In the meantime, I do want to say once again, and as always, thank you for watching. Please do like, subscribe, hit the alert button, share, the whole YouTube deal. All right, so that being said, time to get into this box. All right. All right, so we have our nice old school box art on here. You know, it is a fairly big box because it is a fairly big kit. But one thing I will say, you know, I think round two with the AMT kits and MPC kits, you know, the various brands under their umbrella, they have done a nice job in maintaining or preserving the vintage feel of kit boxes when they reissue their kits, which is pretty nice to see. So I just want to take a moment to show how I received this kit, since I did purchase this off eBay. When you're buying off of eBay, my personal suggestion would be make sure when you buy that, one, obviously you buy from a well-regarded, well-rated seller. And I got this one from Gasoline Alley. So if you want to check them out on eBay, give them a look. They are very highly rated. But most of all, and some of you out there, you may like, you know, disassembling partially assembled models and fabricating your own pieces. And to me, that is inheriting somebody else's mess, and I am not interested in that. So I look on, and just, it's only 3 kits that I've bought off of eBay, but 4 kits. What I am looking for on eBay on a listing is preferably that the box has never been opened, but you don't often find that, because as being in the hobby, what do we always do? You buy it, you get it, whatever, out of the mail. First thing you want to do is, like a little kid on, you know, morning of your birthday, you want to rip it open and see what's in there. So it's pretty unusual to find it still factory wrapped, but what I really look for is that, obviously, we have instructions, but that the parts, and as you can see here, parts are packaged, that they are all accounted for. We do have one Ziploc bag for the clear parts. This does not surprise me, because if you're familiar with older kits, clear parts, things like this tubing, were typically left loose in the box and often got scratched to death. So it's really nice that these clear parts are not scratched. The tires as well came in a Ziploc bag, which is great because these tires, up against bare plastic, they can erode, melt, turn into silly putty. I don't know what kind of chemical reaction that is, but the tires can get ruined. So that's how it was received. And to give you an idea of the age of this kit, I couldn't find on the box the actual manufacture date for this kit. But as I went through the instructions, one, it's a booklet. Does AMT give us booklets anymore? Don't think so. So that definitely put an age marker on it. But more so, on this back page of the instructions, they have, you know, their little a buyer's guide for other kits. So let's take a look. So here's a truck pretty similar to this model, just a different back end. They have the ladder for only $10. Here's a 1/25th scale car in Fire Chief logo, $2.25. Rescue van, $3. So clearly we're looking at something from, I am guessing, and I think I'm pretty close to late 60s, maybe 1970s, 71, the earliest, because I remember as a kid, I could hop on my bike and ride up to a craft store near my parents' house, and I could buy a 1/25th car, a paint or two, and a tube of glue, all for $5. So, this has to be right around that time period, and I was born in 68, so I'm talking about, 1976, 77, somewhere around there that I could do that. So, there we go. All right, I'm going to unpack the plastic, and then we'll take a look at all these lovely parts. Okay, so we have a lot of plastic, more than I can really fit in frame here comfortably. So I will say this right off the beginning. What you're seeing here is the way kits were done in the old days, obviously. Even reissues of newer kits, they are packaged a little bit better. You are much less likely to find loose parts floating around. And you can see right here, there was a collection of parts that had come off the sprues and were floating around in the plastic bags. But that's why it's important to buy a kit that is still in its original internal packaging, because then you know that stuff is there. If it's loose, so what? But you don't want the pieces lost, that then obviously you have a big problem. So let's take a look at what we have. Now, the instructions, definitely old school. I'm sure if this is reissued, they would go with the, fold out mess instructions with just, newspaper style, fold this way, fold that way, and blah, blah, blah. I much prefer this old book style, so that is nice to see. Other than that, the actual instruction steps themselves, very much what we're accustomed with AMT, MPC style kits. The decals I showed before, they are yellowed. They are probably coming up on 60 years old, which is pretty wild when you think about it. So I doubt these will even be usable, but I'll give them a try and see what happens. If they disintegrate, they disintegrate. Oh well. But now getting into the plastic, we will start with the truck's cab. Now, another thing to keep in mind, for a kit that has been sitting for many years, don't expect things to be straight and true in the box on these bigger pieces. And as we can see with this cab, this thing is warped like no tomorrow. But a little persuasion with my hands, and this can be trued up quite a bit, and then obviously in assembly the rest will true up. But we have a nice American France logo, raised text on there. Hopefully we can pick that out. So that's nice. Again, here as well, a little dry brushing, be able to pick that right out with some chrome, silver paint, but nicely detailed. Our miscellaneous parts here. It's a fire truck, so we get a little axe. That's cool. But front axle, we have a seat, some shock absorbers, the fan, more seats, truck wheel here. That is looking good. Little bits of flash, but again, we're not dealing with a modern press and a modern tool of a modern kit, so I have to keep that in mind. We get an interior tub, but it does have a diamond plate on there, and some more suspension tanks, which I'm sure there'll be plenty of. A nicely molded engine. Yeah, this is really nicely molded. Wow, look at this. It's got all the texture of the casting on the block and the heads and whatnot. So that will build up. We have suspension elements, our leaf spring. This looks like what will be the back coming out of the cab, because this is basically a mid-engine truck. Some more axes. I love all the axes. And we have some exhaust components. And you can see that although these old sprues aren't much to speak of in the way of sprues, and there are no part numbers anywhere to be seen on this kit, the parts themselves are looking good. They are free, or basically free of flash. We got some little stuff here, no big deal. Some of the wheels need to be cleaned up to get those opened up, but the parts are looking good. So I am hoping that this will go together well. Another piece that fell off while unbagging, our rear differential. And now things like this, even in a lot of modern kits, these, I guess these are hose canisters, but, you know, they're in halves, so they'll have to be glued together and then, you know, sanded to get rid of that seam before they are painted. Oh, we get a nice fireman's pick right in there. The hook and ladder, I assume. Some transmission components, it looks like. Some body panels. I don't know how visible these are, but I don't see any rivet detailing or anything on them. I guess this is the back of what will be part of the equipment box on the back of the truck. Just to see. And this one only has, says a very slight warp in it. So that's nice to see. Ladders. Gotta love the ladders. And whoop, what are we getting into here? Now we have the sides of the whole equipment body on the back of the truck. We have nicely molded latches. We don't have seams. The doors are molded raised on the side, but a little panel liner put in the corner that'll chase around and give us that shadow. Nice diamond plate on these pieces. So yeah, as you can tell, it will be a multi-piece equipment box on the back of the truck. I guess this will be exposed because we have wood grain on there. But this plate, okay, this plate is got a bit of banana going on there. And with some more body panels. And we have our frame rails. So this answers the obvious question. Yes, you have to build the frame. Given the age of the kit and that some of these parts are really not molded, or at this point in time are not coming out true from the box. You can see we got a banana on here. I would just assume the frame be in separate pieces because it is easier to true up a frame as you're building it in separate pieces than to have the frame molded in whole and then trying to twist this thing and get it to be true. So the assembly process itself can true it up. And more goodies here, wheels. And then this looks like some of the, I guess this will be the hose and pump assembly. All right. And obviously everything's in white, so this is going to be a major painting project. But now we get into our chrome. And what, chrome still looks good. Nice and shiny. And it is a fire truck, so you know, it's got to shine. But those are looking nice. We get a second chrome sprue and lots of diamond plate detail. We got another tank here, a drive shaft, another drive shaft. But this is probably the piece I was most curious about in the kit, which is this plate, the main panel with all the pumps and pump gauges and everything else on it. And these are well molded. Now, will probably the easiest approach for this is to do some flat black in all these gauges to give the background of the face, and then probably come back with a cotton swab and work to paint off the raised detail. Have to see at assembly time, but that is a nice big sprue of stuff. And then our third chrome sprue, we have what looks like our bumpers, steps, wheel rings, a bell. Hey, I like the bell, old style bell on the truck. Light housings, I would assume. Side mirrors, multi-piece, which AMT like to do on these older kits. They were not fun to work with when I did the AMT Autocar dump truck. We'll have to see how these go together. And then we have our tires and some shafts. It is a single dually rear axle, so we get 6 tires. But I just took one out of bag. They are Firestone branded, nicely detailed on the sidewall. No center seam, but a nice tread pattern. And they are not completely rock solid, so that is good. That is good to see. And then I'm going to leave the clear parts in here. We have a side window that is missing, but it is floating around right here. But we have some nice colored clear parts for our indicators and our various lights. So that is nice to see. And there we go. 300 parts later, you get to have something like this. So, yeah, that's going to be quite an experience for building this custom pumper. Surprisingly, it does not appear that AMT has reissued this kit. They have reissued the Ladder Chief truck, this guy back here, and I believe they reissued the Aero Chief, but I could not find, and I really thought that this had been reissued, but it has not. So if you're looking for this, you know, you're going to have to go to eBay or, I don't know, a model show, swap meet, something, whatever, to try to find one of these. But I have found it on and now it's on my table. So there we go. And just looking at this drawing, the painting here, yeah, they left it all chrome, and it's all, the dial faces are all done in black. So, okay, that's a little bit a simpler approach to doing it, so that should make life a little bit easier. But there we go. The custom pumper truck, American LaFrance from AMT, a kit from history.